Hello brothers, sisters and friends. You are most welcome to this channel where we share our experiences in our lives. Kindly share, subscribe, comment, like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. This is your sister Faith. I'm going to share with you the challenges I have met working as a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. In 2018 July, I left Uganda to go to Saudi Arabia to work as a housemaid. The house I found myself in had 6 children, a father and a mother. The house had up and down floor, 8 living rooms, 1 dining room, 2 kitchen, a store, 6 toilets and bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, a master bedroom which occupied almost half the upper floor, and 3 big compounds which were tiled. I cleaned the entire house, the compounds, windows, ACs, walls, doors, wash clothes, iron them, utensils, clean carpets, share, cook, and a lot of work I did inside the house. Often I was taken to clean houses of relatives, and yet I was not being paid. During their festive season, we went out to a very big outdoor center. We found very many people, very many children, many families, and different entertainment places. After dressing up my girl of 3 years, I gave her to her sister and she gave her to her father. When I came back from the bathrooms, I could not see the girl. I asked the father and mother, and they couldn't tell where she had gone. We all started looking for her. I took my direction, they took their own, and I found her walking with a man I didn't know. I talked to him and he gave me back the kid. She had crossed the road to go and play with other children, and the place was very far from where we were. Yet with many children, many people, many cars, very many families in the place. Guess what? All the blame was put on Faith. Just think about it for a minute. If a car had run over her, or fell and hurt herself, or if she had disappeared, what do you think would have happened to me? One day I woke up very okay, but in the evening I got a headache, high temperatures. I was feeling too cold, shivering, and I didn't know what to do. I asked my boss to take me to hospital, and she said it was late, we shall go in the morning. I swallowed 2 tablets of paracetamol, and after my work, I locked myself in my room and began to pray against untimely death and strange birds. By morning, I was very okay and feeling normal. But when I went out of the house, I found a dead bird near my window. I prayed on it and threw it away. Just imagine what would have been of me if I had just decided to go to bed and wait for tomorrow. I believe it would be a different story today. Because of the too much work, my nerves got out of position and my hand began to swell. I went to hospital and an x-ray was done. The doctor with his colleague and my boss held my hand tightly while my other hand held my mouth not to scream because there were people around. The doctor used the injection, pierced it through my nerve to push it back to its normal position. After 20 minutes, it was done. We went back home and all was okay and my hand got well. However, as much as my hand was sick, even the very day we came back from hospital, my daily work did not reduce or change, except I stopped carrying heavy things and also changed the moppers which I was using. Out of the 6 children, the girl of 3 years old and the boy of 5 years old stayed at home with me, while the others went to school and the parents went to work. One day the boy climbed on a chair and opened the main door and called the sister and they went out of the house. The boy went to the grandmother, which was the next house, and the girl went out of the house through the main gate into the road. By the time I came out of the bathroom, both were not there. I ran to the gate only to find her with the police, which picked her while she was walking in the road alone. Police asked the men who were working at the gate about the kid, and the number of my boss was given to the police, and so they called the madam. Police cautioned me and gave me back the kid. To cut the whole story short, when they came back, it was fire for fire. I told them, I'm very sorry. Just a minute. Think through it all. If police had not picked this girl, where was I going to find her? If a car had run over her, where would I be today? Still in the same house, twice the boy turned on gas in the kitchen, and when my boss came back at midday, behold, the whole down floor was smelling gas. They called me, not knowing what had happened. I came running downstairs. They shouted at me, quarreled, and said whatever they could say. Out of anger, I also told them, if you can't give me the key to the kitchen, I'm sorry, I will not work for you. If these kids had access to the lighter, which I always hid after use, just think about it, what would have happened to both the kids who were in the kitchen, the entire house, and then finally, what would have happened to Faith? From that time, I began to disconnect the gas and to lock the kitchen. In conclusion, if God had not intervened in all those incidents, today it would be a different story. Either I would have been killed, I would have died, I would be in prison, or thrown on the streets. God was so gracious to me and merciful. Through it all, He delivered me and diverted the plan of the enemy, and today I'm alive. After 1 year, I changed the house and I went to another house, and I had other challenges in that house. Next part of the story, I'll share with you those challenges. My dear hustlers, it's not all about being careful, but it's all about having God. I try to be very, very careful, but many times it did not work, and God just intervened. Many hustlers have died, others are in prison, others were poisoned, raped, beaten. It's only God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit that you need in your life and around you. When all seems not to work, He is the only solution. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Watch out for the next part of the challenges.